Alrighty, so we are here today and we're going to be joined by Joe Martin, and you can see him in his full glory here in the picture. I can tell you that he is just as awesome in real life, so I'm going to cut out fake Joe and I'm going to bring in real Joe. So here's my good friend Joe Martin of Huntsville Adventure Bootcamp. You can see up on the corner of the screen the logo for his business, and you can go to, what's the web address if they want to find out more?
It's HuntsvilleBootcamp.com.
Easy. I think that's easier than mine. So anyway, I don't know if anyone's live yet. Hopefully, we've got a couple of people live. Maybe throw us a thumbs up if you want to let us know you're there. Throw us a comment. Say hey to Joe. So Joe, I want you to tell us a little bit about kind of your background and how you came to start Huntsville Adventure Bootcamp.
Sure. So I was an athlete all through high school. Football was my main sport, so I always wanted to try to get bigger and faster and stronger. And I got bigger and stronger, but fatter too. So I got up, about 250 pounds, something like that. Then the football career was over through some injuries and things, and I figured, hey, I got to make a move right here. So I lost 50 pounds. It felt great, and wanted to help other people do the same. So I went off and eventually got a degree from Auburn and started working on the Arsenal, just helping people get in shape. And I was working on the Arsenal at Huntsville Hospital and training private clients. And I would see a common theme of women walking into the gym, looking around and thinking, this is just not for me. Mm-hmm. So in 2009, I just started one class just on the side. Just started in a parking lot just on the side. Just a class where they could just not worry about hair or makeup or dudes hitting on them or whatever. Just come and get your workout in and just be there and have their own community. And it's really grown from there. It's been awesome.
And you're still in a parking lot, right?
Yeah, still in a parking lot. I've got a gym. Okay. I've got a smaller gym, but yeah, I love parking lots. That's my jam.
And I mean, what was the common? I mean, you sort of said guys hitting on women. Was that one of the big common trends? Were there other trends that they kind of didn't like about the gym setting?
Not necessarily. I mean, that's one of them. That's part of it. Some gyms are more meat markety, I guess, than others. It was just a common thing. Sometimes just being in the around the free weights and stuff like that, just not feeling comfortable around that. The machines, a lot of them aren't built for the women that were in there. And just the machines, first of all, they're like, I don't know how to work that, and I don't feel comfortable being around that. Sure. So it's just kind of these different things that they just didn't feel at home. I just wanted to give them that home that they could have.
I'm guessing there's a good sense of like camaraderie and whatnot amongst the women being together, but that then brings us on to another point. Obviously, you're a guy teaching this huge group of women. Difficult, easy? Like it better than teaching guys?
For sure, yeah. I mean, they're tougher. They smell better. They show up more. They complain less. No, it was tough, real hard in the beginning because they would go out of their way to embarrass me. When I first started, my ears get really red. I'd be super embarrassed. My mom goes to class. My mom's in the class, so they would say some things on purpose to kind of get me embarrassed. Now I'm immune, man. They say whatever, and I can handle it now. I've really been calloused over the years, I guess.
Right. So you were a very redhead at the time.
Oh my God! Yeah, so much red going on.
Okay. And you said back that when you were in high school playing football, injuries stopped you being able to go further with that. You then decided you wanted to try and help people to be able to exercise. I'm guessing exercise safely as well, because different boot camps, CrossFits and whatnot have had bad reputations, and if you go online and look at Joe's Google and Facebook reviews, you'll see that the reviews are awesome. What sort of things do you look at to try and help people to not get injured?
For the main thing, every exercise we offer 3 levels. So if you want to make it harder, there's always a way to do that. And if you want to make it easier, if you need something for low impact, we offer that for each exercise we offer. Some classes you'll go to, and it's kind of my way or the highway. Here's what we're doing, go do it. And then that's just not how it works. Right. We all have different, past injuries or fitness levels and things like that. Kind of one thing we talk about is nobody gets left behind, but everybody gets results. So we're not going to go run a mile and you're back there, crawling back there, and you've got people sprinting away from you. Nobody gets left behind. You can do everything at your pace and your level and still get in a great shape, have a great time, and not get injured. That's the main thing.
Right.
It's all about consistency. If you can keep coming and be injury free, it doesn't matter how hard you're exercising. If you get hurt all the time,
and it doesn't become very enjoyable.
No, it's not very hard.
Yeah, and I think a big part of it that I see within my job as a physical therapist is the instruction. So it's the same with CrossFit. I do CrossFit as my form of exercise, CrossFit Nomad in Madison. And I think if the instruction is good and people are willing to be taught and willing to scale it, and the instructor offers the ability to scale it, like you say, you've got 3 different scales there. Really, these are good forms of exercise to do. So, like I say, hear good things. I've known Joe for a little bit of time, and there are great reviews online. Joe's one of the people whose services I recommend to my clients. So even just this morning, I had a client who was asking me about, I kind of want to build in some other general exercises into my routine. You've got me doing from getting over these different tendon problems. And Joe, we were talking. She lives in Southeast Huntsville. I was like, Huntsville Venture Bootcamp's a great option. And I gave her a couple of other options of people that I trust. But I think the instruction is a big part of it, and I think also just the character.
I mean, exercise should be fun, right? It should be a part-time job. It shouldn't be miserable. If you hate and you dread going to your workout, what are you doing?
Right. Exactly.
There's so many ways you can get in shape and get fit and have fun. Just look for the one that fits your body the best.
Totally. Well, if people are on this live, they can get a sense of your personality. If they go to the Huntsville Adventure Bootcamp Facebook page, they'll get even more of a sense of your personality. And my wife thinks you're a master in social media marketing, but I think it just comes naturally to you. You've got that personality that is very laid back, and I think probably is very approachable to the women that come to your class. So, we've got the big girl pants there in the corner. I did a little bit of work here before Joe came. Who's going to be next? Who's that little question mark? Who's going to be the person in the big girl pants? I'll email you later. But I guess that brings us on to probably my next question is, what about the bacon? Where did that come from? And if you're not familiar with what I'm on about, there he is. There's another little overlay of Joe in the bacon suit. So tell us what happened there.
First of all, you can find pretty much anything you want on Amazon. It will mess up your since you bought section. If you buy some big girl panties and a bacon suit, they're going to think you're a freak and offer you all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy bacon. So why not dress up as bacon? And I find that for the most part, when you dress up as bacon, people are very welcoming to you in their community. Vegetarians, not a fan, but everybody else pretty open and friendly to Mr. Bacon.
Okay. Yeah. And when did you most recently wear that?
We had a microthon. So we put on, a friend of mine and a client put on this race. It was a 0.12K, so it's just over 390 feet. Right. If you're familiar with Campus 805, it's the Butler Green right there. That was the entire race course. So I was going to do the warm-ups for it, and I thought the guy Jeff Sanders, who owns an arcade over there, Ronnie Reagan's arcade over there, he was cooking 600 pieces of bacon. And I thought I would kind of advertise a little bit for him as well and just walk around. It takes commitment. That is a hot bacon suit. Right
it was still a pretty hot day, right?
Yeah, 95 degrees, something like that. Bacon soup just sealing in there.
So you were sizzling in the sun.
I got a lot of sizzling comments. Yeah, but it was worth it. I'm committed to the bacon soup.
All right. And you've also now got a 0.12 sticker on your truck?
I do. That's the only race sticker I've ever put on my truck. So, proud.
You're that person driving around Huntsville that all the runners think are ridiculing them, but actually it is for a real race. It's not like the 0K.
No, it's a real one, yeah.
Okay, so you've got another race coming up. Tell people about that race. And are you going to be in a bacon suit for it?
I can't give that away yet. That's you have to show it. But it's called the Rocket City Adventure Race. It'll be in downtown Huntsville. Big Spring Park is where we started off. It's a fundraiser for Girls on the Run of North Alabama, which is a mentoring class for girls elementary and middle school. It's just a fun race. The main thing, it's about 2.7 miles, 18 stations along the way. It's not timed or anything like that. It's an absolutely free race. The registration is free. You need a partner is the only thing. You have a partner. So last year was our first time doing it. We had kids young as 5, people up in their 60s, and everything in between. Lots of families doing it together, which is what we were shooting for. So it was awesome. The main thing is just go out there and have fun. Like last year, we had dizzy bat races. We had shooting Nerf guns, shooting cups off people's heads. Just things about that. Just go out there and have fun, move your body. That's what it's all about. Just get out, especially when you do it with your family outside. That's a powerful combination. Yeah, we had the bear crawl station last year, which was good fun. Hearing kids and all sorts of adults growling like bears as they went across the bridge at Big Spring Park. And do you have any sort of different stations this year that are going to surprise people? We're working on that right now. We've got a few of them that we're looking at. I can't give them away yet, I'm afraid. We do have some different ideas. Some of them are going to be back. The Dizzy Bat races, I requested that one just because I enjoy adults falling down. That's probably good for your profession.
That might be, yeah. more dizzy bats.
Yeah. So yeah, that one's just a classic. And there's a few, the Nerf will be back. We have a few that we're working out that they're going to be pretty awesome if they work out. So we'll see.
Okay. And that, say the dates again for everyone?
So it'll be November 4th, 2 to 4 p.m. You can sign up for different waves.
That's a Sunday, right?
It's Sunday
so
afternoon.
People can go and do your church or whatever you do on a Sunday morning and then come, enjoy yourself, and then there's lots of good stuff downtown to have a bit of food, have a drink or whatever. I think last time we ended up in, was it Big Green Bus?
Green Bus Brewery.
Green Bus Brewery?
Yeah, had a little after party over there, and they donated a lot of money to it afterwards, so it was a great combination.
What did you raise last time for Girls on the Run?
I can't remember what the final number was. It was a few $1,000s though, so it was pretty great first year event.
And that's pretty cool because I mean I'm on the board of directors with Girls on the Run, and we're really excited to have Joe doing setting up this race and making Girls on the Run as a beneficiary. And if you're wondering what Girls on the Run is, you can go to the Facebook page Girls on the Run of North Alabama and find out more and really see how much of a difference this program can do for girls and help them to have more confidence and have the belief that they can become leaders in whatever they choose to do, which is a pretty neat thing. And so I mean, how did you end up deciding to do that as a charity, like to use that as a charity to support?
For me, I train nothing but women, so no dudes for me. You can have all those, and I want people to be exercising their whole life.
Yeah.
And a lot of that starts with the mom. Typically, if the mom starts exercising, typically that'll trickle down to the kids and the father too. If they're modeling healthy behaviors, then typically that trickles down to the kids. But also on the reverse, sometimes your kids can motivate you as well. So if you get the more healthy kids we can get around here, the better. So I love that program. They can get girls active, give them confidence. A lot of the problems we have in schools, lack of confidence from the kids. We've actually got a middle school mentoring program. Yeah, just to help kids with their confidence a little bit. You know, that's a big problem. A lot of the violence, the drugs, and things like that just comes with low self-esteem. So if we can help our kids with that, the earlier the better. Yeah,
I mean, again, it comes back to the coaching with that as well. I know, like with your program, Coach Pierre does a great job.
He's awesome.
People absolutely love Pierre. Like I know, like I've had a couple of my clients whose kids went through it, and I think there was one day when Pierre was sick. And the kids were pretty much distraught about the fact
because they had to deal with me.
I know, right?
They're so disappointed. I'm no longer cool, man. You hit your 40s, you're no longer cool. Coach
Pierre's got kids though now, so he's heading that way.
He is. He's getting less cool every day, but he's still got me beat way above.
Right. Yeah. But the same's true with Girls on the Run, having good coaches that the girls feel that they can talk to, so they can bring up some of these troubling topics that they have, because we can all look back at our childhood and we can see how being an early a tween, a teen, that's tough times.
Yeah,
because I mean you've got a son, haven't you?
Yeah, he's a tween. He's a 12. He's about 13 in November. So yeah, he's right there.
Right. So it's tough times, but I think these are neat programs, both Girls on the Run and your mentoring program for middle school boys, to help set them up basically for success. Everything that's neat.
You start forming your habits right around that age for life. Once you get locked in about 15 or 16 years old, you're almost fully formed, as far as your health habits. A lot of people, so trying to get those established earlier is real crucial.
And that's really true, and that's something that I have with kids that come through the clinic with sports injuries. It's trying to help them to take ownership of the process and not just assume that what their coach or their parent is saying is exactly right, because unfortunately there are coaches still training in the medieval times who are telling them to push through pain, for example, or just do that extra lap because I say so, with no regard for what they're feeling. So trying to help them to make good decisions, not to be butts with the coaches and parents, but to actually be constructive in how they talk to them. And I think that's really important, making those changes. And it's pretty cool when you see that. I've got a kid that I've worked with who's out in Arab who has just really worked hard, and he's taken responsibility, and he's really communicated well. Didn't really figure in his cross-country team before, and now his coach is asking, what's he doing? Like, where did this come from? And he's been doing stuff with the varsity team recently because they're short on the varsity team. And this like little and these large kids, but he's mixing it up. Yeah, and so I think there's some real positive changes that can come about. Any other interesting things that are coming up with Huntsville Adventure Bootcamp in the next 6 months?
6 months. Let's see. Well, the weather's starting to get better, so we do our classes outside. So a lot of people, they're trapped in an office all day long, and then they go and they get in the gym. They're still indoors. So So getting outside is perfect this time of year. We also offer hiking classes. We'll probably do those on a Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
So many awesome trails around here, land trust trails especially. Just getting people outdoors and teaching them where to go. And I know how to go there because I've gotten lost so many times that I can now help people and just get people out there. We try to do things with families. Get people out there, get your kids out there, get your husband out there. Just walk around the woods a little bit. You'll be amazing how much better you feel once you get out.
And are those hiking classes just for members, or is that something anyone can kind of sign up for?
Anyone can do them.
Yeah.
And kids come free with parents. We offer the kids come free with parents. Yeah.
Okay, that's really neat. I wasn't aware of that part of you. I saw pictures of you hiking with groups, but I wasn't aware that was actually something you were doing with Huntsville Adventure Bootcamp. So that's really neat.
Yeah.
Again, promoting that activity in the family. That's cool. All right. Any other things you want to talk about? Or actually, I guess there's a few people watching live, maybe a couple at least, and there's a heart from Amanda and there's a laughing face from Becky. You feel free to drop some more likes and faces and whatnot and share the video after the fact. Does anyone have any questions for Joe or for myself? Either boot camp related stuff, fitness related stuff for our expert here, or injuries, physical therapy stuff with me? If you're watching this after the fact, you can always stick comments on, and I'll be keeping an eye out for that. If there's a question for Joe and he doesn't see it, I'll let Joe know there's a question, and we can always come back and answer stuff. And obviously, you can message Joe directly via the Huntsville Adventure Bootcamp Facebook page, or by email, or by phone, and same for us via the PhysioWorks page.
I don't talk to people in public though.
No.
You have to go through my assistant.
Unless you're in a bacon suit.
Bacon suit, come on up. A lot of people ask me, how do you get so tan? So I'd like to cover that a little bit.
Sure.
You're
pretty fair naturally, aren't you?
Yeah. So gingers do not tan. So
right.
This is just a bunch of connected freckles. That's just a question I get a lot. I thought I would cover that one. Does anybody have any questions yet?
Actually, yeah. Amanda here says, how many burpees can Joe do in a row?
I could string together one or two every day if I had to. I've done 100 burpees in a row one time. It was awful. I don't know if you guys remember, it's about this time, maybe 3-4 years ago, Huntsville got in the Guinness Book of World Records for a hot minute. I don't know if you remember that.
Exactly.
So yeah, 386 people down at the Von Braun Center got together and did burpees for 2 minutes straight. That was a really long 2 minutes, by the way. You don't think about it, but 2 minutes of burpees it adds up.
Totally.
I've done that. CrossFit had that deal a while back where you could do 100 burpees for a time. It's pretty miserable. I don't remember it took me forever, it seemed like. But 100, that's the most I've done before, and I don't want to do any more.
Yeah, burpees are pretty common in CrossFit. I don't really like burpees. That's one of my nemesis things.
Yeah. I enjoy watching others do them.
But I don't know if Amanda's one of your current clients, but I think that might be a Facebook Live coming up from Joe, maybe.
Yeah, I'll do one and then be done. So that's it. That's your answer, one.
Well, but maybe it's a challenge for your clients as well.
Yeah, I prefer to watch them do things. Yeah,
okay.
That's what I do.
So Amanda, how many can you do? We'll see if she answers, or if she decides to go live and post it to your
video
business page.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly, right.
Oh, that works.
Anyone else who's still watching have any questions? We'll probably give it a couple more minutes and then we'll sign off so Joe can go and try and get a bit more of a tan before it rains.
Yeah, before the rain comes. Yeah.
And actually, that's a good question. What do you said you've got a little gym? Is that where you go when it gets rainy, or what do you do?
We have a 9 a.m. class and a 12 o'clock class we do over there. If it does rain, if it's just rain, we do have a covered area we can go to. But if there's bad weather, we use my church, Latham United Methodist Church. We have a big basketball court.
Cool.
But we try to stay outside. It rained Monday, but we were fine. We're in a covered area. I was the only one that got wet.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Well, Amanda says that she can do 3.
Hey, that's good.
That's better than Joe's 1 or 2, right?
Yeah.
It's better than me, I'm sure.
Good job.
Alrighty. Anyone else watching who's got questions? I'm not seeing anything else right now. Like I say, you can ask questions after the fact, and it's good to have Joe on. I think you can all see how much of a fun personality he is. And he really cares about his clients, he cares about his community, and I think that's one big reason why his business has been so successful. Because how many years is it now that you've been running?
Coming up on 10. We just got through 9. Yeah.
So we're through just 3.5 years now, and it's like seeing someone like Joe is a big inspiration. To sort of knowing that when you do the right things by people, you do see that business continue to build and people trust you. So I think if anyone else hasn't got any questions, we'll sign off. like I say, you can go to the Huntsville Adventure Bootcamp website and Facebook page. You can contact Joe that way. You can contact me at physioworkshsv.com, or you can call me. You can comment here on this live video after the fact, and we'll try and answer any questions that you have. And let's see, I don't think we've got anything else to say. So we will sign off, and you all have a good day.